Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. My name is Marianne Hanson. I'm the owner and the counsellor at Any Journeys Counselling. So what I'm going to do, because this topic is quite lengthy, I've decided I'm going to make this make 3 different videos which you can watch, parts 1, 2 and 3, which they're all going to be on the same issue, but it's just making it easier because there's so much information. And you can also watch the live video over on my Facebook page, Any Journeys Counselling, where I went live last week talking about this. And what I want to talk about is taking steps to leave a controlling or abusive relationship. So if you're aware of my journey, then I was in my counselling career. I spent 3 years as a volunteer at Women's Aid, which is a charity that work with women who are either at risk of or they've been still involved in domestic violence. And I provided counselling to women from a variety of backgrounds. Some of them were still in the abusive relationships, some of them had left, and some of the issues, I've got my notes here, that I kind of dealt with involved women that were going through court, dealing with custody issues, contact issues where they didn't want the abusive partner to have contact with their children. There was just ongoing abuse. There was all sorts of things really that you'd expect. Now, some of the work that Women's Aid do and other charities do are to help women in these situations by providing advice, counselling, refuges sometimes, and also other types of plans that they can do with the women. I don't want to give too much away for obvious reasons. So in this video, what I want to talk about here is some of the issues that could come up if you're in an abusive and controlling relationship and some of the impacts. And then in the second video, I'm going to talk about what to do if you're considering leaving. And then in the final video, I'm going to talk about the steps to take if you actually make that decision to leave. So some of the issues that do come up are that there's a lack of freedom, meaning if someone's trying to control you, you're in a controlling relationship, the key main objective for that person is that they don't want you to do anything without their having a say in it. And it's nothing to do with them caring about you or wanting to keep you safe. None of that. It's about control. That's why it's a controlling relationship. They would rather you were unhappy than you do something without their permission, because what that means to them is that you have got freedom, and the whole point of a controlling relationship is to limit your freedom. So that can include anything from stopping you from going to see your relatives or friends, or when you do that, having a massive consequence, which could be physical or verbal. It could mean timing you when you go to do different things and saying you need to be back at a certain time. It could include telling you that you've got to come everywhere with them or they've got to go everywhere with you, so not giving you individual time by yourself. Other forms of control include financial control, demanding that you provide receipts for everything, giving you allowances, taking your money and not spending it on other things, using children or other members of the family against you, to either be abusive towards you or just getting them involved in things that are nothing to do with them, but trying to get them on side with the abuser, or gaslighting, emotional abuse. And the impacts that these things can have on women is massive. I'm talking mostly about women. There are men that are in controlling relationships and abusive ones as well, but I'm focusing on women for the purposes of this video. It can create depression, isolation, low self-esteem, and many other things really, because as an adult, well, even with children, if you're in a teenager in these types of relationships, no one wants to feel that the person that you're with doesn't really care about you and that their only main aim is to control you or to tell you what to do. That's not, even if that happened temporarily for some people, it's going to be bad. But if that is your whole life, where that person just never allows you any freedom, it's at some point that is going to have an emotional impact on you as a person. And for many women, it does lead to depression. Depression is I've made a video about depression and domestic violence because there's a massive link between the two, because it's sustained. If you have sustained negative verbal abuse being thrown at you, physical abuse, control, then evidently it's going to come out in some ways, and that will be usually emotionally. So that's all I want to say on this first video. It's really just looking at some of the issues that are affected with leaving, if you're taking steps to leave an abusive or controlling relationship. Video number 2 I'll be doing at some stage, and that will be looking at what to do if you're considering it. So thanks for watching, guys, and please feel free to leave your comments, feel free to like this video and to share it if you think it will benefit anyone. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.